We're going to talk about tips for doing what's called adoption outreach. We're going to talk about that today on All About Adoption. Hi, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stephanie A. I'm the founder and director of Adoption and Beyond, and I help hopeful adoptive families bring home the child of their dreams through adoption. So we're going to talk about, first of all, what is adoption outreach? Adoption outreach is when you get yourself out there in front of potential expecting moms. And typically this is done through social media, through creating a website, through doing advertising, letting people know you want to adopt, family, friends, coworkers, neighbors, signing up with adoption attorneys who do matching with expecting moms. Those are different ways to do what is called outreach. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So one of the questions that families will ask is, I already have an adoption agency, so why should I also do my own self-outreach as well? Well, there's a couple of answers for that. Number one, there are many adopting families on adoption agencies' waiting list for every expecting mom that comes in the door. When you're doing your own self-outreaching, you only need to find one expecting mom. And so you find that it just increases your odds and your opportunities to be in front of an expecting mom who is looking at adoption. Also, we're finding that there is more of a trend of moms finding their own families. They're more empowered, they're more tech savvy, and they're on social media. So why not be there as well? So it just increases your opportunities to be found when you are where expecting moms are at. It could potentially be faster. It could take up to 2 years to adopt with an adoption agency, whereas if you do your own outreach, you are increasing the number of expecting moms that you have an opportunity to come across, and therefore you're increasing your odds of the adoption happening quicker. So let's talk about what is stopping families from doing their own self-outreach. One is just a lack of awareness that is even an option that families can do. I offer free consultations, and I can tell you that when I do those, families are really surprised by learning about private adoptions. That didn't even cross their mind. Most families, when they come to adoptions, think of traditional adoptions, which are typically done through an agency, and that's really all they're aware of. So it's just usually a lack of awareness that is a pretty common way to do an adoption. Another reason is just attitude. They don't realize how much that putting in the effort and the extra work can actually really benefit them in increasing their odds of having a less expensive adoption and also a faster adoption. And the last one is it's fear. It's fear of putting yourself out there. Sometimes families who come to us, they're private. They're very private people. And the thought of putting themselves out there is just not appealing to them. And that's okay. Outreach is not for every family, but for families who are ready to get out of their comfort zone and to put themselves out there are just going to increase their opportunities. So those are some tips for doing outreach. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Same place, same time. Bye.